Ever feel like, I don't know, like the world's trying to kind of shove you into this tiny little box?
Oh, tell me about it. Pick a lane, they say. Find your niche.
Right. Like, sorry, I contain multitudes here. It's a little claustrophobic, you know?
Totally. But then you come across these people, right? The ones who just laugh in the face of those boxes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, how do they do that? They're out there diving headfirst into like a million different things, and somehow it all works.
You're talking about polymaths.
Polymaths. Okay. You've officially piqued my interest. You had some really interesting stuff lined up for this deep dive, even a whole Wikipedia page.
Oh, yeah. I went down a bit of a rabbit hole.
So break it down for me. What exactly is a polymath? Is it as simple as just like knowing a lot about a lot of stuff?
That's actually a great starting point.
Yeah.
You're on the right track. Wikipedia defines it as someone whose knowledge spans a ton of different subjects.
Oh, okay.
But here's the real kicker, the part that makes them really stand out. They can actually use that knowledge to solve problems.
Solve problems. Okay, now you're speaking my language. So it's not just about like hoarding trivia, like some kind of knowledge dragon.
Nope, not at all.
So it's about actually doing something with what you know.
Exactly. It's about going deep and wide. They're not just dabbling, they're reaching this crazy, impressive level of expertise in multiple areas.
So you're saying it's not enough to like build a birdhouse one day and then try to, I don't know, unlock the secrets of the universe the next?
Well, it's a start.
Yeah.
But yeah, polymath would be out there revolutionizing construction and making groundbreaking discoveries in astrophysics.
Okay, my mind is officially blown.
Oh, and it gets better. The Wikipedia page also threw in these awesome terms, polyhister and homo universalis.
Homo universalis. I'm like obsessed with that.
Right.
But let's be real, it's still a bit fuzzy, you know?
Yeah.
How do you tell a polymath apart from, say, someone who just has like a lot of hobbies or someone who's just really, really good at one specific thing? What's the like dividing line?
That's the million-dollar question. And the Wikipedia article actually brought up this researcher, Robert Root Bernstein, who gives us this helpful breakdown.
Okay, I'm listening.
So you've got your specialists, right? Laser-focused, one area, that's their jam.
Got it.
Then you've got your dilettante, who love to dabble, but it's mostly surface level.
Been there.
And then, in all their multifaceted glory, you have the polymath.
Dun, dun, dun.
Right. They're the ones who can handle both the depth and the breadth of knowledge.
So we're not talking about like a collection of hobbies here. We're talking about taking that expertise in different areas and like weaving it into something bigger.
You got it.
Which kind of makes me think of the whole Renaissance man idea.
Oh, yeah.
Leonardo da Vinci, painter, inventor, scientist, the list goes on.
The OG multi-talent.
But is that idea, I don't know, kind of outdated now? I mean, you don't exactly meet a Da Vinci every day.
True. Da Vinci's definitely the poster child for that whole Renaissance ideal. And yeah, the Wikipedia article even points out his unquenchable curiosity and feverishly inventive imagination as like classic polymath traits.
Right.
But I think the core idea of the Renaissance man, the idea that a well-rounded education spanning intellectual, artistic, and even social pursuits, that actually fuels creativity, that's timeless.
So even in our crazy, hyper-specialized world today, you're saying there's real power in exploring a variety of interests.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Although, as this historian Peter Burke points out also in that Wikipedia article, by the way, the sheer explosion of knowledge since the Renaissance makes being a true polymath today like exponentially harder.
Oh, for sure.
Think about it. Back then, you could realistically be like well-versed in all of science. These days, you could spend your entire life on like particle physics alone and still not know everything.
That's a really good point. I can barely keep up with my social media feed, let alone all of scientific knowledge. So what does that even mean for like aspiring polymaths today? Are we all just like doomed to be one-trick ponies?
Not at all. Burke argues that even though it's way more common now to be what he calls a passive polymath.
Passive polymath? What's that?
Someone who might be, say, deeply knowledgeable in one specific area, but also just really enjoys learning about a bunch of other stuff.
Okay.
He still thinks that true polymaths, the ones who go deep in multiple areas, are actually more essential than ever.
More essential. Why is that? How can they even keep up when the rest of us are like drowning in information overload?
It goes back to that problem-solving aspect we talked about earlier. Polymaths are like the ultimate dot connectors.
Dot connectors. Love it.
In a world that's becoming more and more specialized, They're the ones who can synthesize all that information from these different fields. They can see the big picture, bridge those gaps between disciplines. They're invaluable.
So it's not just about knowing a bunch of stuff, like in isolation. It's about actually building these, like, bridges between different areas.
Building bridges, I love that.
Right. Okay. But I gotta admit, that still sounds kind of, I don't know, intimidating.
Intimidating? How so?
Well, it's like you need some kind of superhuman brain power to even, like, attempt polymathy.
I see what you mean.
But thankfully, you didn't stop at Wikipedia for this deep dive. We've got more to uncover.
Oh yeah, we're just getting started.
So, what did the other sources have to say about this idea of, actually becoming a polymath?
Well, there was this book I came across, The Polymath by Waqas Ahmed.
Oh, yeah, that one really got me thinking.
Right.
So, what's the verdict? Does Ahmed think us mere mortals can actually aspire to be polymaths?
He actually believes that it's a potential we all have within us.
Wait, really?
It's not about like this elite club of geniuses or anything. It's about recognizing that this is a human capacity, this capacity for connection, for creativity.
Okay, now that's exciting. But how do we actually, like, tap into that potential, especially in a world that seems so determined to shove us into those perfectly specialized boxes?
Well, that's actually a big part of what Ahmed argues. He says that this intense specialization, while it definitely has its place, it can also end up stifling our natural curiosity, our versatility.
Right.
It's like telling a kid who loves to, I don't know, draw and build things and write stories that they have to choose just one.
Ugh, tell me about it. I was that kid. Dinosaurs 1 minute, painting the next, then off writing myself into some epic adventure.
Exactly. And Ahmed's point is that this kind of narrowing down, this like insistence on specialization, it could be dehumanizing.
Dehumanizing, that's a strong word.
It is, and he doesn't mean it in some like dystopian sci-fi way. He's talking about how it disconnects us from this whole spectrum of our potential. It limits our capacity for growth, for making those surprising connections, for just like experiencing the world with a sense of wonder.
Okay, I feel that. But I think a lot of people, when they hear polymath, they picture, fencing lessons in the morning, composing symphonies in the afternoon.
Right, like some kind of like Renaissance era highlight reel.
Exactly. So is that what Ahmed's advocating for? Like turning our lives into this crazy nonstop montage of, I don't know, impressive sounding activities?
Not necessarily. He's not saying we all need to be like Da Vinci 2.0.
Okay, good, because I don't have that kind of time.
But what he's advocating for is a shift in perspective. It's about recognizing that we don't have to limit ourselves to just one lane, that exploring those multiple interests, even if we don't reach like expert level in all of them, it can lead to a richer, more fulfilling life.
Okay, so it's good for the soul. But let's get real for a second. Are there any, like, actual benefits to being interested in a bunch of different things, or is it mostly about personal fulfillment?
It's definitely about both. But the practical benefits, those are real. And they really come from that ability to make connections across different fields.
Okay, give me an example.
Well, let's go back to Da Vinci for a sec. He was a master at applying mathematical principles to his art.
Oh, right.
Think about the Mona Lisa, those perfect proportions, the geometry underlying all that beauty that's not an accident.
Right.
And then he took those same principles and applied them to like designing flying machines and other inventions.
That's incredible. So it's not just about being, like, good at a lot of things in isolation. It's the unique perspective you gain by seeing how they all connect, how they inform each other.
Exactly. And there's actually this great term for this, consilience. E.O. Wilson, the biologist, coined it.
Consilience. I'm adding that to my vocabulary list.
Right. It refers to the unity of knowledge, the idea that all disciplines are ultimately interconnected.
Wow.
And polymaths, by the very nature of their, wide-ranging interests, they're wired to see those connections, to approach problems from all these different angles.
Consilience. I love that. And I bet being able to tap into that unity of knowledge leads to some pretty incredible aha moments.
Oh, absolutely.
But how does that translate for those of us who aren't, painting masterpieces or inventing flying machines? Like, I'm all about those aha moments, but
How does it show up in everyday life?
Oh, exactly.
It's about applying that same principle of connection to whatever your personal landscape looks like.
Yeah.
Let's say you're, a software developer who also happens to be passionate about history.
Okay.
You might find that your understanding of historical systems and how they evolved, it actually informs the way you approach coding challenges.
Oh, wow, that's interesting.
Or maybe you're a teacher who loves music. You could bring those two passions together, maybe incorporate musical elements into your lessons, create a more engaging learning environment for your students.
So it's not about trying to, like, be Da Vinci 2.0, it's about being open to those unexpected connections, those sparks of insight that come from just letting your diverse interests kind of play off each other. That's pretty cool.
It is cool. And remember we were talking about earlier with the Wikipedia article, Rubber and Michelle Root-Bernstein. They actually identified 6 different types of creative life stages, so even the way people express their polymathy can be so diverse.
Oh, that's right.
Some people, they're like fireworks,
Yeah.
just bursting with creative energy in multiple fields all at the same time.
Right.
And then others are more like deep-sea divers, totally immersed in one area, then another, then another. There's no single right way to be a polymath, which I think is really freeing.
Honestly, I'm like seriously inspired right now. It's like you've lifted this huge weight off my shoulders. Like, oh, I don't have to choose just one thing to be passionate about.
It is freeing, isn't it?
It's like I can be interested in a million things, and that's okay.
It is. And the really cool thing is, this isn't just about, like, those famous polymaths we read about in history books. It's about recognizing those polymathic tendencies within ourselves.
Oh, I like that.
It's about celebrating that, like, multifaceted nature of human potential.
So for someone listening right now, maybe someone who's feeling that little spark, that polymath spark within them, what advice would you give them? Like, where do they even begin?
First and foremost, embrace that curiosity. Don't be afraid to, like, dive into something new, just for the pure joy of learning.
I love that.
You never know how those dots might connect down the road.
So it's not about like pressuring yourself to become an expert in everything.
No, not at all.
It's more about giving yourself permission to explore, to play, to just see where your curiosity leads.
Exactly. And don't underestimate the power of, like, actively making those connections for yourself.
What do you mean?
Read widely. Take a class on something totally outside your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Talk to people who are doing fascinating things in different fields.
Okay, yeah.
You'll be amazed at the insights, the aha moments that come from just being open to new possibilities.
This has been such an eye-opening deep dive. Like, I feel like you've given me this whole new lens through which to view the world,
That's what we like to hear.
And myself, for that matter.
It's all connected. And remember, polymathy, it's not a destination. It's a journey.
Ooh, I like that.
It's about embracing that multifaceted self and, yeah, just approaching the world with that sense of wonder, a thirst for knowledge.
It's about saying yes to curiosity.
Exactly. And who knows? You might just surprise yourself with what you discover along the way.